Welcome to Advent of Code, day 9. I'm Will, getting ready for the next problem to come up. We got about a minute left. Got my development environment here with a REPL. I was doing one of one of last year's problems here. So I don't know. Maybe some of this code will actually turn out to be useful. So I'm just going to leave it in here, and if it turns out that the problem doesn't really apply to the code that I've written, then I can always just get rid of it. So yeah, the problem that I was solving was sort of a evaluate all the combinations of things and find out what the max value for any combination is. Okay, 5 seconds. Let's see. Okay. Okay, let's see. It's okay. What is the decompressed length? Huh. So okay. I see. I think I see. I got it. So some of these things are not actually markers. Okay. All right. Interesting. Huh. So, all right. I'm thinking some kind of streaming parser. All right. So we have our read character here. So state. So can I use existing? Yeah, I think I can. So here the transition is going to be a character. So let's see. Transition is an open paren, and let's see. We want to say we're in say like regular mode. Then we want to enter paren mode. Okay. And if we're in close paren mode, and then we also want to maintain a count. So num just be whatever. So let's say in this case we're going to associate state mode paren. It's not going to change the decompressed output. So in this case, what are we supposed to do? Doubles. All right. So we need to, in the case where, okay, so if we are in regular mode, then let's see, a paren. We have an is white space. is white space. I think it's just going to be the new lines, though. I don't think that there are any spaces or anything in here. Yeah, all right, it's just the new lines. So our input. So def input is going to be concat. Like that. Yeah. All right. So the else inside this cond here is just going to be update state num inc. Right. So if we're in paren mode, when we get okay, this actually needs to be if we're in regular mode, when we read any other character, then we do this. If we're in paren mode, and we need to update, let's call it like the spec by adding the character to it. Okay, and entering paren mode is also going to set the spec to be empty vector like that. Okay, closing paren mode. What is this going to do? I'll close paren based on current state. Okay, just going to have spec. Let's call it this. Okay, so I need to like apply str to the spec of the state. This will give me something that I can parse. And it's just going to be cross this here. All right, and then we're going to want to set the mode back to regular. And then what else? We're going to say decompress like this. Okay. Then as we're reading over the input, you need to be able to pop off a bunch of, let's see, decompress. Okay, I think I know what we do here. Okay, so first of all, I need to parse these numbers here. Okay, and we'll say that reads only the B. So read ahead and dupe are going to be the outputs of calling close paren here. Then what? So we're going to have to take the state, update the num by adding multiply read ahead by dupe. Then put it back into regular mode, but then also associate this read ahead to read ahead like this. then we're going to put in the conduct here. If read ahead is a positive value in state, like this because it's a cond, then we're just going to update state with read ahead decremented. All right. Now our solver, so report is just fine how it is. Our solver is going to take the input. Our starting state will be read ahead is 0, num is 0, and mode is regular. Right. Okay, this is from this code that I've copied from up here. So let's just execute this in the REPL. This actually really want to report like this, do we? Let's just return the state. Easy seek can't be cast to an I function. Okay, what if we just said like this? Would this work? Yes. Okay. 1x 5. How about that? Character can't be cast to an I function. All right, y. Where is this? Character can't be cast to an I function. Protocols. Okay. In move. Let me get rid of this code I don't need. This is an update. Got it. I'm probably using update where I should be using a source. Yep. Update. That's fine. Where am I calling update? Line 52. Update spec by conging. Okay. So do I need to just? Doesn't seem like something that's necessary. But anyway, wrong number of args passed to update. Update. Got it. This. Okay. Easy seek can't be cast to an IFN. Does this work anyway? That looks good. What is the problem now? Lazy can't be cast to an IFN. Not sure. Hmm. Six lines into the input. If I just take 6 from here and okay. Right answer, rank 100. All right. Markers within decompressed data are decompressed. Okay. Because the decompressed data okay, I think I get it. 8. Okay. So I can't do the expansion, but I guess I can. Let's see. Well, if I assume that the input is always going to be, 27. So, the decompressed data from this marker is then further decompressed. Got it. Okay, I think I do understand it this time. So we basically need to decompress this thing until we can't decompress it anymore. Interesting. Huh. So maybe when as we parse it, we need to keep track of how many times the thing that we're looking at is going to be repeated. So as we're in this mode right here, we're going to remember that whatever we're looking at, we're repeating 7 times. Yeah, something like that. So how does our state change? I think the way the state changes is that we're going to have many read aheads going on at different levels of duplication. Okay, so here we're returning. Okay, so how is state going to change? So I think basically what all regular mode means is duplication level of there are no duplicators running. Okay, so when we close a paren, okay, and then we're never in paren. Are we in? Yeah, we are still going to be in paren mode. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to update our duplicators, add in a new one of them that has a read ahead and multiplier of, so you have to multiply the dupe level by the current multiplier of the current state, I guess. Yeah, something like this. Oh yeah, and you do want to go back into regular mode. Read ahead is going to go away. Now, instead, what we're doing, so we're going to get rid of this because there's no longer this read ahead mode. But what we're going to do, if we're in regular mode, is we're no longer going to update by ink. We're going to update it by adding whatever the multiplier in our current state is. Looks good. So our implementation of multiplier in the state is going to be apply the product of the duplicators. Okay. Okay. Then also, as we're reading in regular mode here, we also need to decrement each of our duplicators. So update the duplicators by let's see, we want to map decrement, let's see, map update the duplicators by mapping update read ahead decrement. That's not right. F and D here. These. And then I guess then we're, so is this right? Let's see. So update this duplicator, read ahead, decremented. Got it. Then update duplicators by filter positive read ahead. Okay. So, and then duplicators. Hopefully we get it right. Let's see. Hi.
Hey, are you still at message?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll let you be.
Okay. All right. Let's see. So read ahead has gone away. That's true. Now we do still have regular mode, so I'm changing this to duplicators is going to become an empty set. I like this. I don't like null pointer exceptions. Where's it at? Ops, checking that something's positive. It's saying that, so that must be here. Yep. It's saying that I have a duplicator who has a read ahead, but it's null, or the duplicator's read ahead is null. Why would that be the case? I am, unless this here is wrong. Update duplicators. Okay, what was the state when this happened? Duplicators is empty? If it's empty, then then I don't see the problem. Okay. Okay, that's good. And it's saying that by adding in this extra line, like this. Oh, of course. Yeah, got it. It's the same issue as on the lineup ahead. I shouldn't be calling pause here. I should just be, yeah. Okay. Okay, can't cast a map to a number. So, right, this needs to be map multiplier, integer overflow. Okay. Where am I depending on integer specifically? Must be maybe here. If I make this long, am I okay? Integer overflow. Okay, should I make these big ints? I think they're big int. Yeah. All right. What happens if we just start big int? Will this just? It's happening on line 75. It says. Let's get more detailed. So this is in multiply. Okay, got it. Okay, so maybe I need to map into the multiplier. Whoa. That, what are they asking? Decompress the length of the file. I must have, oh, I think I know what the, well, so it does correctly say that the duplicators are empty. This just can't be, this can't be right. What is the decompressed length of the file? Okay, well let's try it on some smaller stuff here. 41. Hope. Okay, so I'm getting something wrong here. So I think what I'm saying is that when I read this A, that there's going to be 6 A's in the output. That's true. So it should be 6, 6, 6, 6, and 1, and another 1 here. So it should be 20. Why am I getting 41? Right. And if I just report the multiplier every time it's looked up, 2 and then 12. Got it. Yeah, the multiplier here should just be the dupe value. Okay, now I hopefully get my 35. Is that right? No, that's still wrong. So let's turn this reporting back on here. 1, then it's 6, then 1, 1, 1. Apparently, if you're in regular mode. This is the only place where multiplier is called. Shouldn't it be getting called more than? Actually, I guess it does get called 5 times. So I think that what needs to happen is that when I'm reading, I think this also needs to update the read aheads. Okay. This here also needs to update the read aheads. Yeah, but it needs to do it here before the new duplicator is added. Match delimiter here. 32, it says. Which is not the right answer. Right, the right answer is 20. So why is it the case? No, you're already reporting here. Huh. Okay, now that the read ahead is going, so maybe now I do put in, maybe I do need to put this in here. Multiplier. Huge. Okay, so let's see. What's it doing? Duplicators is nothing. Read 1. Okay. Then mode, go into parent mode, go into parent. Need to go, am I getting out of parent mode? I think. Yep, I am getting out of parent mode. This. Take out this print line here. Okay, so read in this. Okay, then read ahead here. Interesting. Duplicators is, okay. Duplicators is getting, the multiplier. So 8-2, so this was read incorrectly. Why is, on the next, why is number going up by 16? That doesn't seem right. I think this is wrong here. I don't know. Why did I think I wanted to update the number when I was dealing with parens? All right, let's try this. Okay, duplicators is being duplicators needs to stick around. I must be filtering it wrong. I'm filtering it on making sure that the read ahead is positive. Here I'm decrementing. I'm just decrementing it. That should be fine. Why would it be that it's getting set to nothing here? Okay, report. This. Let's not return the. Let's just not report this anymore. Okay, I think I see what's going on. I'm never in regular mode somehow. This should put me in regular mode. Oh, yeah, I need to force the. Yeah. Okay, so it's saying that the read ahead is 3. This should be setting it to 2. Why isn't it? Or what if I stop filtering it out altogether, like this? That worked. So there's something wrong with my filter. Let's see. Update by applying this function here, where we filter. Yep, this is wrong. This needs to be this. Uh-huh. All right, and the rest of these also need to get updated. I got 16. I think is wrong again. This at least is looking right now. All right, let's go back to getting the reductions. $39. What? Okay. Read this in. Got it. Then we're reading in the next spec here. Set the multiplier. 3. Got it. So it's 6, 6, 6. So at this point, is the multiplier wrong? Do I need to take this out? This gives 21, which is wrong. So what's it doing? Read. Okay. This read ahead, these read aheads need to be, this needs to come down as the state moves on here. So do that change. This. Yep. Okay. Gives us 20. That looks good. All right. Now we just have to return the state, our input, input here. Ugh. Let's not do that. Let's reconnect the REPL and run everything. All right, this is a pretty big number, but it might be correct. Right answer, 143. All right. Well, the problems are definitely getting tougher and more involved. So let's go over what we have to do. So, okay, so this is a file format kind of problem, but it's also just it's also a state transition problem. So basically, we are going to have a parser for a string of characters that is going to go. It's going to operate in different modes. Essentially, the two or there are three modes that it can be operating in, and that's what we implemented at first. But so our state is defined as a map where you can kind of see the state here. This isn't a great visualization. So our state is defined as a map with keys like the mode that it's in. So it starts out in regular mode, and it's just reading characters and counting how many characters are going to be in the output. If you hit a parenthesis, then it goes into parent mode, and it stays in parent mode until it hits the close. And the point of doing that is so that it can capture this group here, which I put into a collection that I call the spec. And then when the close paren is hit, then the parser goes into read ahead mode. And what that means, so you can see this code I ended commenting out. What read ahead mode does is it, let's see, how did I do it here? Just trying to, so they're asking how many characters were in the, so yeah, so basically the point of having a read ahead mode is that you don't want to parse more parens after if you know that you're just going to like be duplicating your output. So I think that in my initial implementation, which I don't have now, I think that if you're in regular mode and you read a character and then you're just incrementing a number, and that if you close a paren, then you increment it by this product here. So I think that was my implementation, and ended up being not a great fit for part 2. So so normal mode, you just read these in and increment them one at a time. When you leave paren mode, it increments your final answer by this product, and then it puts you into read ahead mode where you are, so I forget what the specification is. You get subsequent 10 characters. Yeah, so this would basically set the read ahead to 151, and then it's just reading these off. A different approach would have been to track as state both the read ahead and the multiplier, and not increment any number when the paren got closed, but increment the numbers as you read this on. And this is what we ended up being asked to do in part 2, essentially, which was the duplicate markers can themselves be duplicated. So so in this example here, read the next 8 characters and then double them. And part of that includes reading the next 3 characters and doubling them. So this works out to, you get 6 copies here of ABC in the middle. And the implementation for that is that I'm basically going to keep track of all of what I call duplicators, all of these all of these tuples that are active at any given time. So because there are now no longer any special characters, every time I read a character in, I'm going to go over my duplicators and decrement their read ahead every time I read a character in, and this is what this code here does. My implementation for so here what we're doing is we're saying go into each duplicator and decrement their read ahead, and then here what we say is take every duplicator where the read ahead is not positive and remove it. Or I mean, it says keep only the duplicators where read ahead is positive. Now I had a bug in here, and I think it was that I had implemented it like this. And what is yeah. So let's see. So how would something like this? So what is the actual problem here? What I'm saying is oh no, I think I had it. No, I think that was it. This function here, I think returns like a transducer. So yeah, what happens if I call this on a value like, I don't know, empty list? Some number of args passed to pause. Oh no, I think this was the implementation. Yeah, what would happen if I called this? this actually might be, this might, so if read ahead is 1, oh yeah. Yeah, so this was pretty bad. So yeah. So what's going on here? So the value for duplicator is getting passed into this, yeah. So wait, so it's, what happens if I call pause nil? Huh. So got it. So in my bad implementation, what I'm doing is I'm calling this keyword read ahead on this collection here, which is always going to return nil, and therefore filter pause is always going to return nil. Pause is going to return an empty list. So so yeah, that was pretty bad. The proper implementation is that I want to compose pause and read ahead like this, and then that got me the right answer. So yeah, every step of the way, I'm basically updating all the duplicators, and every time that I read in just a regular character here, I'm incrementing the number by whatever the multiplier of my current state is, and the multiplier of my current state is I take the product of all of the duplicators that are active at that time. And yeah, I was confused for a second about whether I further needed to multiply my multiplier, like if I was reading in here 8x2 and then 3x3, whether this multiplier needed to be 6, and the answer turned out to be no. Yeah, the answer turned out to be no. Just trying to wrap my head around why that is. I think that, so what would I do about, like, say 2x2 AA, this, or see, so they're actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So take the next 5, double them, and then here take the next 2, double them. It turns out to be 4. Yeah. I guess I'm just not sure, but I did get the right answer for the test case. So that's after that gave me the confidence that I'd finally hit the right answer. So yeah, that was a fun problem. I got so I guess I got 1 point for coming in 100th place in part 1 of the problem. Let's see where that puts me on the leaderboard. 64th place, nice round number. All right, well, still on there, still got good fighting chances. It's only day 9. I'm definitely losing some time with these closure exceptions that aren't very helpful. So I think I either need to sort of re-examine the way I'm writing code. It was great in the first couple of days because it's such a succinct language that I was able to get good times. But what's happening as I manipulate more complicated data structures is that I'm making little mistakes, and that's hard to debug because in the early days, solutions were 10 lines. Now solutions are like, I don't know, you can see right here, like this is in line 92. So it's getting past the point where I have a good chance of not making any of these little mistakes. So I've either got to change my methodology or let's see what else. I could try to be more REPL driven. I think that in the last several days, if I had just been evaluating my little mini functions in the REPL, then even though that takes time, I would have ended up with a better time overall because I wouldn't have been like spelunking in stack traces over here because I would have gotten it right the first time, or when I made the mistakes, it would have been easier for me to fix. It's always easier to fix a mistake right after you make it. But let's take a look at our advent calendar. Oh, unfortunately, we did not get we didn't get this train or whatever it was to light up. But maybe that'll be coming later. Maybe that's the reward for getting all the stars or something like that. Okay. Fun challenge. Enjoyed it as always, and thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.